Hi, welcome to Pod of Mercy. I am your host, Longhair Linda, and today's special guest co-host is.
Big Bizzo Bond. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hi, Bizzo. How are you today?
I'm doing all right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Not as good as you. You sound very hyped.
I've just had a shower, so all the energy's flowing out of me. I'm like a racehorse just finishing the national, steam coming off me.
Steam coming off you.
I'm doing
Okay.
all right. Yeah, I'm all right.
Good, good.
Thanks for
Nice.
having me, by the way.
You're welcome. It's about time. I could not think of what to do with you in terms of an episode. I had no idea. I couldn't think of a topic, but I think this is a good one. I'm pretty happy with this one.
I'm excited.
Before we get to the topic, though, I do have to do a rapid fire round with you, Bizzo. So, normally I have 10 questions for the guest co host, and they have 45 seconds to get through the questions. Because we're doing a would you rather episode, I couldn't ask you a this or that question in the rapid fire. So, I'm gonna need like you to think a bit longer for an answer, if that makes sense. So, to make it fair, I'm still going to ask you 10 questions, but you've got 60 seconds to answer them. Do you think you can do it in that time?
I'll give it a bloody good go.
Okay, let me just get my timer together.
Am I allowed to swear on here, by the way?
You absolutely are. Yes.
Fuck yeah. Come on, hit me.
Imagine if I had a show that I couldn't swear on. Bloody hell.
Oh, you just did it then.
The bloody's not swearing.
Oh, it's a curse word in the Bond household.
Is it?
No.
Okay, right. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready. I feel like I'm on Mastermind.
Well, I'm going to need you to use your brain as hard as they do. Oh, God.
Let's go.
You're just going to be ridiculous this whole episode, aren't you?
I might be, to be fair. I
Okay.
might be. I've had two Lucasades today.
Not two
Oh,
Lucasades. Bloody
fucking
hell.
bouncing off the walls.
Right. Focus. Right. You ready?
Mhm.
Three, two, one. Okay. Biggest fear.
Hi, snakes.
First thing you do when you wake up.
Shower.
Name a toxic trait of yours.
Uh, Hairdryer obsession.
Favorite ice cream.
Mint choc chip.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
Name three things you use every day.
My phone. Uh, my charming good looks and uh, my car.
Favorite musician.
Drake.
What's your best quality?
I'm very attentive.
Favorite hobby.
Golf.
Last thing you do before you sleep.
Set some goals for the following day.
Favorite movie.
Oh, oh. Happy Gilmore.
What? Okay, first of all, the timer just went as you said that, so you beat me. But I just noticed that I actually put 11 questions, so you actually did even better than I expected. I thought it was 10, it was 11.
I smashed the life out of that. I
You
feel
did
that
very
was
well.
like the part of Family Fortunes where they say, you know, the end bit where they're doing the head to head and there's a guy sat in a booth with headphones on so he can't hear and then you're doing the answers. Name something you might sit on. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Yes, you did very
Family.
well. I did hear the panic in your voice though a few times, but you did great. Well done.
Thank you. You tricked me. Give me 11 questions.
Didn't even do it on purpose. I was
Would
saying
have
it
a
and I
lot
was like,
more
hang on,
time if I
that's
had
low.
10.
No, you did very well. Well done. Okay, so on to today's topic. So this topic was inspired by you getting a bit annoyed at me for whatever reason, because I decided that a zombie apocalypse made more sense than a meteor strike in terms of what I'd prefer to live through. And you were saying a meteor strike made more sense, which I still don't understand because then you just die. You can't live through that.
Oh, but it's more predictable. It's easier to plan a course of action to survive a meteor strike than the unpredictability of a zombie apocalypse.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
How is
it does. People can see meteors hundreds of thousands of miles away and intercept them, or know when they're going to strike, or know when they're coming into the atmosphere. So if a meteor strike was going to happen, then there'd be more strategy as to evacuating certain areas and getting them away from where they predict it's going to strike the planet. And there's no people turning into brain addicts from a meteor strike. You might even get a superpower. We don't know.
No, much prefer a zombie apocalypse. Much prefer. I just
Why?
because yeah, a meteor strike, right? You say this about strategy and planning, but we're talking about in the event that it happens. So in the moment that it happens, what would you want to live through? You might not live through the meteor strike at all because it might hit
What a
where
silly
you
question
are.
that is. What a silly question that is. Because,
What do you mean?
well, right. So a zombie apocalypse is happening now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what? They're all in France. Obviously, I'm going to want to live in there. I'll live through that, won't I? Because they're not going to swim the channel to get over to us. But
They might.
a meteor strike, you're basically saying that a meteor strike is just going to hit the whole planet and wipe us all out. But that's not the case. It would
No, but there's like
there'd be
radiation and all
more.
types of shit that happens after. And
Listen, right?
think about it,
Listen.
right? No, hold on. You said your little thing about zombies in France. Look how quick this pandemic spread. That's
That's
all
what I was
the
just about to
zombie thing.
say. A zombie apocalypse is the same as COVID.
No, it isn't. It's
If
not
you get bit by a
airborne.
zombie, you turn into a zombie, do you not? Is that not the logistics of
If
what
they
happens?
bite you, yeah, that's not how you get COVID though, is it? So it's not the same.
Well, kissing. If you can
You can
get
just
COVID through
breathe the same
kissing.
air. And
Oh, yeah,
also,
well, that's
kissing
even
and biting is
worse.
not the same. What?
That's even worse if you can get it in the same air. It's easier to get COVID than to get bitten by a zombie. Fair enough, but you 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 you're saying it as if you'd be able to avoid the zombies.
Yeah, you can fight through that. That's literally the only reason I go to the gym.
What, to fight zombies from eating you
Yeah, to get
and
away
turning you
from
into them?
zombies.
Well, listen, I'm not on board with this, and I feel like a lot of the listeners would be on my side.
No,
I'd much I'd much rather people get. I'd much rather live through a meteor strike than live through a zombie apocalypse.
no, you have a fighting chance of a zombie apocalypse. You
Have
don't
you
know
seen
what.
that? Have you seen that chewing gum advert where that guy kisses that zombie and her arm falls off? Wow, I don't want that in my love life for the rest of my life. At least with meteor strikes, the people around me won't have anything wrong with them.
Excuse me, radiation. They might like
How?
grow an extra arm or something.
Well, better than one falling off, isn't it?
Okay, do you know what? Right, let's get into the actual
Yeah,
question.
I
So, if
win. I win.
you don't win, I just can't be asked arguing on it. Right.
All right. Well, that's good, isn't it, for a discussion podcast?
No, because that's not the actual question. I was just talking about what inspired it. And we're just gonna have to disagree on that one, I think.
Rule number one is Bizzo's always right. Rule number two is you've scrolled too past. Go back to rule number one.
I hate this game. I don't like the rules of this game. I want to play something else.
This is
I
my
don't want to play
episode.
any game where
This is
you're
my
always right.
time.
Okay, I'm
Right.
gonna get to the first would you rather question,
Okay.
since you're such a know-it-all. Would you rather eat a small amount of something you hate every day or never eat your favorite food or snack again?
Never eat my favorite food or snack again.
Are you serious? You'd
Yeah.
rather eat a small amount of something you hate. Sorry, you'd rather eat. Wait, what? You'd rather not eat a small amount of something you hate and then be able to have a favorite food.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? Let's start there. What's your favorite?
Well,
food?
this is the thing. I don't really have something that I'm like, do you know what? I really like pizza, but could I live the rest of my life without pizza? Yeah.
What's something
Could
you
I?
hate?
Mushrooms. And the moment you said it, the first thing that came into my head was mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
And I'm not eating mushroom, not eating a little bit of mushroom to have a pizza because it's not going to happen. Even
Would
if you
you
put
not
mushroom
like?
on the pizza, I'm not having it. If
Would
I
you
had to have mushroom on my pizza for every time I ordered it for the rest of my life, I'll tell you to swivel. It's just not
not on
happening.
the pizza? No, but like in the equivalent of this would be so that you could have things like pizza and whatever else you like. You would
No,
have
but we're
like you see
talking
the
about
little
one
button
favorite food,
mushrooms.
aren't we? So if my favorite food is pizza, the question is, would I eat small amounts of mushrooms to enable me to have
In order
pizza
to have
again?
pizza.
And the answer is no, because they're
You wouldn't eat
absolutely
a
vile.
tiny little button mushroom every day so that you
No,
can have pizza whenever you want.
honestly, if we have enough time on the episode for me to visualize mushroom soup in front of me, I will vomit live on air.
Please don't do that. There's no
Uh,
need. There's
No,
actually there's no need.
honestly, I despise mushrooms with an absolute passion. The texture, I don't agree with any of the way that they're cooked. I think mushroom soup is disgusting.
Sorry, you said I don't agree with any of the ways that they're cooked.
No, I don't. Stuffed mushrooms, get in the bin.
Oh, I love mushrooms as well. Mushrooms are
Oh
great.
no, no,
Okay. All right.
not
Well,
for me.
no, I don't think I think my answer would be different. I'm trying to think of what I oh no, wait, no, I thought of what I hate and I could not eat that every day.
What is it? Human feces.
That's not a food.
To some, it's not. Anyway, what's the
Christ,
food that you hate?
you made this take a right turn. No, the thing I was thinking of was okra. I absolutely, speaking of texture, I will die before I eat them.
What's okra?
It's this green vegetable that has the same consistency as a slug.
Uh,
And I knew from a long time ago that I hated it. And somebody made me try okra fries not so long ago, a few months ago now, trying to tell me that it's different because it's deep fried and it's got the batter on it and it's actually so much better. And I had a bit and I nearly threw up. So,
See, that's what I mean. Every day
mm,
would be like a bush sucker trial, and I'm not keen for it.
yeah. I'm trying to think what's my favorite food that I would like be so miserable without though.
And this is the other side of the argument. If you can't think, if you don't have like a definitive food that you could that you could say,
I
I
think I have
I'd
more
be upset if
cuisines.
yeah.
I'm like more of a I have favorite like genres of food rather than
Listen, I
specific
like
food.
pizza. However, sweet and sour chicken batter balls, we're on the same level playing field. I can lose one of them for the rest of my life. Which one would I get rid of? I don't know, because the fact of the matter is, I ain't eating mushrooms every day. So I think I've
Maybe my
clear.
answer is the same. I couldn't eat okra every
Just
day.
agree with me for
But like,
once.
what do you mean for once? It's the first question. It's literally the first question. Okay, fine, fine. I agree with you. Fine. You're right on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a sound effect that's all clapping?
No, I would add one, but you're getting on my nerves. So maybe I'll put like a boo or something. Every time I agree with you, I'll put a boo instead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that
Okay.
hard to agree with me. It
It
hurts.
really is.
It pains that much.
It's painful. It's very painful. Okay, question two. Would you rather have
Mhm.
an annoyingly high pitched voice or only whisper? I think I know the answer to this.
It's got to be only whisper, hasn't it? Everyone says I've got a very quiet and soothing voice anyway, so
You do.
whispering would be like
You just be doing
it
ASMR
just
every
be
day.
yeah, it'd just be like the next level down. And when I'm talking to people as well, everyone goes, "Sorry, what did you say?" And I'm like, "I was talking to you." Like loads of people can't hear me, which gets on my tits.
Have you ever
So
thought to just, I don't know, maybe speak louder?
yeah, well, if it was that easy, we'd all be doing it.
I don't know. I find it very easy to speak too loud, which is why I'm also going for the whisper because I'm already loud, especially if I'm hyped. I'm very loud as it is. And I feel like if I, in addition to being loud, had a high pitched voice that was annoying, I feel like no one would ever
Yeah.
want to be around me. So
No, you don't want that.
I don't want that.
You don't want a high pitched voice. You can't do it. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't like sing in the car or anything. You'd crack the
No.
window when you're singing in the
Although
car.
the high notes might actually pop if you're already got a high pitched voice. Like I could sing sopranos like all the time.
You, yeah, like Plan B singing voice, but when you're talking.
God.
Like that all the time. No, not happening. I'd rather
I feel
whisper.
like your mic cut off a little bit on purpose so that we didn't
Yeah.
have to.
Well, this is it. See, the audio settings won't let me go that high. And I was
The
nailing it
audio
as
was
well.
like, nope, I don't
I
want
was
that.
absolutely nailing in that.
All right. Oh God, I'm agreeing with you again. I don't like this. Right. Question three. Would you rather never be able to smell again or never be able to taste again?
It's a good one. Uh, do you know what? I think if you selected never be able to smell again, you wouldn't be able to taste either.
No, we're pretending those two aren't connected.
Right, so I can still taste stuff, but I
You
can't.
can still taste everything, you just can't smell anything ahead of time.
Right, I'd
Or
have
if
to go with.
anything bad or good is around you.
I'd have to go with no more smelling, I think. The thing is with food, I do enjoy the taste of food and drinks and stuff. And I think if I couldn't taste anything, then it wouldn't matter what I ate because it'd all just taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas not having smell, I don't really, I don't really like go, oh, I'm glad I smelt that today. Glad I drove past that petrol station and took in some of that diesel. Doesn't happen,
I
does
love
it?
the smell of petrol, to be honest, but
Same. There's a guy in Preston called Toxic Terry because he got arrested for drinking petrol.
it was
He used to be,
drinking petrol.
yeah, he used to be a scientist, I believe, if the rumours are true.
Wait, why did he get arrested? Was he like nicking it?
Yeah, it's illegal to drink petrol. You're not allowed to do it.
What?
You can't drink petrol.
Yeah, but if you paid for it, could you not just do
Oh
whatever you
yeah,
want?
he's not like poured himself a pint, had it, and then gone in and said, "Oh, pump number 4, please."
But that's what I mean. So he's obviously robbed it. That's the reason he got arrested.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to drink it either.
I feel like you can do what you want. They won't put
Well,
you in jail for drinking petrol.
I don't think he got jail time. I just think he's a bit of a nuisance.
I feel bad for him. Um,
But yeah, weird tangent. If yeah, I'd have to go with that. I'd rather taste everything. But would you rather smell a fart or taste a fart?
ew, why?
Because sometimes people fart and it gets in your mouth a bit,
You
doesn't it?
can't taste. Well, yeah. You do get like the smell droplets, don't you? And then they become taste. Ugh.
But
No, I don't like
I'm
where this is
sticking with
going.
smell. I'm sticking with smell.
Do you know what? I'm gonna disagree, and I'm going to
Oh,
not just for the sake of it before you start. No, because I do
it
think.
is. It is, listeners. It is. Here we go. Here's the worst excuse in the world.
No, no, no. I actually think I like obviously like the taste of good food and stuff, but I think I'd be more sad if I couldn't smell again, because like I tend to associate smells with like moods. I like smells. I'm really into smells. I always have some kind of candle going. My perfume collection's a little bit out of control. I like essential oils. I've got diffusers when I'm not in the mood for candles. Like I really love smells, and I find that if I'm in a bad mood, I can put something that smells really nice, or I know like I can use a specific body scrub, for example, that has ylang ylang, and I'll be super happy afterwards. And it is solely because of the smell.
We are currently experiencing technical problems. Please sit by.
You're on mute.
I know, I know. Oh my
Bloody
God.
hell, mate.
Jesus. Fuck my life. My wife, I just said nope for no reason.
It's because it wasn't agreeing with your answers.
I don't even know how much of that I got, but it did save
Well, it
some of the
cut out.
recording.
Oh, right. What, we have to do the whole thing again?
No, no, no. It's converted the first part, so I've got it, but I just don't know where it got to. Where did you last hear me?
It got up to you saying, I don't agree with you.
Is that really where it cut off?
Yes, swear to God. When you started,
Fucking hell.
it said, you said something about, when I said to you, did you hear me say you're obsessed with candles?
No.
All right. Well,
I was talking about candles though.
yeah, I know. You said I love smells, and then I said, oh yeah, you're obsessed with candles, and then it went off.
That's really weird because that's the first thing I talked about was candles.
We can just go from there.
Fuck's sake. Right, well, okay.
Never easy with me, is it?
No, I'm blaming you for this. It's your fault, although it's done it once to me before, but let's just I'll start. I guess I'll give my answer, but a shorter version because I'm not saying all that again. So apologies, listeners. My Wi-Fi just cut out. My bad. So the one I'm going with is I would rather lose my sense of taste, because even though I really like food, I love good smells and they cheer me up. And I have candles and smelly stuff and perfume and essential oils and all types of shit going on. And I think I would really miss that if I didn't have it in my life. So I wasn't just disagreeing for the sake of it.
But I do agree to an extent because I wouldn't like to be unaware that I smell of shit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you just shower every day, you probably won't smell of shit. And
Well,
also, don't shit yourself.
well, no, can't promise anything.
Fuck's sake.
You haven't seen me after a few strongbow dark fruits, obviously.
Ew. Really?
I'm joking. I've never shot myself.
I
I'm a
mean,
fully grown man.
if you wanna confess anything, Bizzo, we're all here for you.
I've never shot myself.
Have you not?
I've,
Not even by accident.
no, I have farted and it's nearly happened, but I got
Oh
to the
God.
toilet in time.
I regret saying you should confess stuff. I don't want to know any of this. Okay.
That was when I was like 12. I was walking home from school. I had a stomach bug. Got to the top of my street, farted, let a little one out, and I was like, "Oh God!" And then I ran into the toilet, and then that was it. But ever since that day, no, never. I've never wet myself either, and I shower every day. All right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Sometimes twice.
Why do you think you'd smell like shit if you shower every
Do you
day?
know what I mean? Like if you like say I couldn't smell and I went to the gym and I smelled like body odory and I was walking about, but I didn't know how much I was ponging. Like, that wouldn't be ideal, would it?
But do you not shower after the gym?
I will tell you this though, right? This is another confession. I went to Malia a few years ago and it was with a few mates and we had to check out the hotel on our last day at 11 a.m. But our flight wasn't until 11 p.m. So we had to sit outside in the red hot Malia weather for like 12 hours. And
With
then,
like your suitcases and stuff.
yeah, then we went to the airport, flew back. We got back to Manchester at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And then we had to get the train home at 6. And we stank.
I'm not surprised. You guys probably smelt like death.
And a woman got in the lift with us and then she walked straight back out.
Oh,
But I don't think that was me.
I think you had a part to play, mate. That sounds disgusting.
There was 3 of us, so I'll accept.
You're at least the third responsible for that lady's offended sinuses.
She was on her way to work, and I bet she wished she couldn't smell.
That's disgusting. Thank you so much for sharing.
Hey, you're welcome. Next time on Confessions of Bizzo Bond.
Okay, so the next one. Would you rather have an extra day each week or an extra 2 hours each day?
Ooh, extra day each week.
That was quick. What's your reasoning behind it?
You can plan more in a whole day than you can in 2 extra hours. I think you'd still go to bed at 10 o'clock in the evening, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Like you'd still go to bed at a similar stage of the.
I don't know what you mean. I don't go to bed at 10. I'm an adult. 10 o'clock.
No, this is right. I'm saying it as an example. I'm not
joking.
saying I'll go in a cot. I'm saying if you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, let's say you do, if there was 2 extra hours in the day, I think you'd still go to bed at a similar time. And I don't think you'd be able to accomplish much in the extra 2 hours because they'd be taking up. The night time would be longer, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't really. It'd only be beneficial if you were doing something in the evening, like going out clubbing or whatever. Like it's good when you go out clubbing and the clocks go. Is it go back? Yeah, the clocks go back. So you like
in the winter, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like out for longer, aren't you? But it's not actually longer.
I think I'd prefer the extra 2 hours just because of that, because it would really benefit in the evenings. And I'm not because I'm going out, but I'm more, I guess, of a night owl. And I feel like I hate evenings ending, which is probably why it takes me so long to sleep.
It would depend as well as to whether it would be a working day or not.
Yeah, but then it's extra sleep if it is a working day.
No, but I'm saying the extra day.
I see.
Working on the extra day.
Oh my God, the society we live in, they'd make us work that extra day. We'd have a 6-day working week.
But then it might be a 10-hour working day.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Would you rather work 10 hours? Would you rather work 50 hours a week, or would you rather work?
I already work that. I work more than that, so that doesn't really affect me. I'll take the 2 hours.
I'm sticking with my original answer because I think it would be an additional day, so you could, like if you took 2 weeks holiday, you're getting more, aren't you? You're getting 2 weeks and 2 days.
I heard the hesitation in your voice.
I know the
Just
maths
had
was
to.
ticking.
Just, I mean, that too, really. Wow.
Threw me off.
All right, I've got another one for you.
Hit me.
Nipple length dick or dick length nipples?
Wow, that came out of the blue, didn't it?
I heard that on a podcast recently, and I was like, I have to ask that question.
That's such a fucking horrendous option. Imagine dick nipples. Especially mine. Like, I'd have to tuck them into my trousers.
Okay. All right.
It has to be the nipple dick, doesn't it? It has to be. I can't walk around with two love lengths in my t-shirt.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah,
You want a nipple length dick?
It'd have to be, just to spare me from people like looking at me going, what the hell has he got two slinkies down his top for?
Not slinkies. I'm surprisingly going to disagree with you.
What?
No, but you know why?
Oh, because you don't have a penis.
Well, obviously, this is in the event that I would have a penis, obviously. But I would go for the dick length nipples because it doesn't specify how big the dick has to be for each nipple. So a micro dick counts, which is basically just a slightly bigger nipple.
No, but I think the question is like, would my hammer be my nipples? And if it was, I wouldn't.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to be your own.
Well, it's not going to be someone else's. I don't want someone else's on my chest, do I?
No, but you know what I mean. All right, are you sticking with the... First of all, hang on. Your answer is shockingly bad. So what you're saying is you'd rather not provide your lover any pleasure for the sake of people not staring at you.
I'm practically celibate.
You know what? Future, then.
I'd have to get a pair of tweezers and everything, wouldn't I?
It's bad, mate. What you're saying is you're not going to provide pleasure to somebody for the sake of not being stared at when you could just be stared at and have extra stuff that you could...
Listen, I've got my nipple pierced, so if I had two dicks as nipples, I'd have a Prince Albert on one. And it just not, it's too much. It's too much. Imagine walking down the beach with your shirt off. Or what would you do in that event?
Just don't take your shirt off.
Would you have a bra on?
Or just make some money off it or something. You can monetize everything. Start an OnlyFans, first of all.
Would the nipples have the same sensations as a penis? Like if you played with them?
I think we're just talking about length.
Yeah, it's not happening. I'm not having, no way. It'd look like two salami sausages. It's just not, no.
All right.
I'm not having that. I can't believe you'd rather have that.
Yeah, because I can choose micro penises.
I don't think they give you a catalogue of what nipples you can have. I think we're talking about two.
Yeah, but you don't know because it's not specifying what that length is. It's just dick length, and micro penises are a dick length. So I would have two micro penises if I was a boy. Obviously, I'd have two micro penises and then my usual penis, and that would be fine. Or if they had to be, so let's say I was,
I think you
well endowed. If it had to be the size of my own penis, I would just have 3 big penises. How amazing would that be?
See, but you're saying that they don't have the sensation of a penis.
Fine, let's say they do. Does that change your answer?
I'm going straight into the adult industry then, and I'm having orgies every single night. Change my answer straight away.
You could have orgies even if the top two don't, feel the same. They'd still feel like nipples.
Come near me with two fucking horrible...
You just said the porn industry. There's all sorts going on over there.
Yeah, but if they're just going to be like flaccid penises on my chest, then...
They might, no, they'd get erect.
Well, that's giving the sensation of a penis.
The erection and the sensation are 2 different things, aren't they?
Well, it's a sensation when you get an hard-on.
Yeah, but it's like, isn't it? Do you know what? I think we're thinking too much about it.
You're talking about something else. You're talking about the final finish.
I wasn't even talking about that.
All right. Well, that's how it came across.
All right. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
We have your answer. We disagree. I'm taking the dick length nipples. Plus, I think
No.
that'd be fucking hilarious.
But I'm agreeing with you on the basis that my nipples can be penises.
And not just the length of them.
Yeah, because the question was, would you rather have a nipple length dick or a dick length of nipples?
Yeah.
But
So you
if-
wouldn't know. You wouldn't have the sensation, basically, because it would just be nipples. You'd have nipple
so it'd
sensation.
be two flaccid penises on my chest.
Yeah.
No.
No, nipples get hard. They can still get hard.
Okay, right, that's a good point. But only when
See?
it's cold, so you'd have to
Only when
have
it's.
to
Oh
have-
my god! Can you imagine the
you'd have to have
scene?
sex in a fucking igloo every time you.
Or if you just go outside in winter and they go hard on your chest, like you'd bust out your clothes. It'd be amazing. Okay, that's hilarious.
Like you're putting a marquee up,
You really would, but like two.
like a circus tent in your fucking top.
That'd be amazing. Okay, the visual on that was hilarious. All right, so the next question then. Would you rather lose the ability to cry or cry every day for 20 minutes randomly?
Randomly is a very
Does that change it?
yeah. I'm not much of a crier, to be fair. I'm not much of a crier, so I don't think I'd miss it. I don't think I'd ever. No, I don't think I'd ever say, "Oh, I wish I could cry right now."
Oh my god, the fact that I say that a lot is.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah, if I'm out in public and I really want to cry, I'm like, oh man, I wish I could cry right now.
What, you wish you could, or you wish you weren't about to?
No, I wish I could because then I'd let out whatever the frustration was.
Yeah.
But then when I get home, I'll just cry.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not much of a crier. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's happened in the past. Like, I'm not cold blooded, but
Oh, if you say so.
no. I think I'd never cry again, because the randomly is just like it could happen at any point. And if you're out with people and you start crying, everyone just gets really fucking annoying around you. Like, oh, what's the matter? And then they start giving you stupid advice that you know you're not going to listen to, especially when you're drunk and someone tries to life coach you and tells you what's wrong with everything. Tries to work you out like a therapy session in the middle of Weatherspoons. No, not happening.
Oh, why do I feel like you just described me? Okay, so
Well, you know what your problem is. You're a Libra.
Okay, I've never said that. I've never done that. Wow, you're just taking the piss out my whole life. Okay, so I think, oh, again, I'm gonna disagree. I'd rather just cry every day
You
for
probably
20
do.
minutes. I don't cry every day. I've probably exaggerated it. I do not cry every day, but to lose the ability to cry would be a bit much for me because when I'm extraordinarily frustrated, having a good cry actually makes me feel so much better. It's like 2 minutes and I'm good. Or like I'll see something. To be fair, I do cry a lot. Shit. Like if I watch something cute, I'll cry. If I watch something sad, I'll cry. I cried a lot watching Squid Game.
I've not watched it.
Oh my god, I was a mess. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I could lose the ability to cry. That'd be a bit. But it's the randomly that really makes you think. Fuck, like you just be in the middle of something important and you just start crying.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Imagine being like in a serious meeting or something, and I just burst out crying, and it's gonna last 20 minutes.
Yeah, job interview.
That's that's bad. No, I think I'll still go with that.
The thing is though, if you didn't cry, you wouldn't know any different, would you? Like you wouldn't know.
No, but it's lose the ability to cry. So it means you know what it is to cry, and then you're not able to now.
Yeah, but it's not like I've never been in a position where I'd be like, I wish I could squat right now. Like I've never been in that position. Like I don't sit in a sad environment and go, right, it's time to cry. I don't.
It's not. It's not like that. It's not. It's time to cry. It's just you cry.
Yeah, but it's not like frustrating that you. For me, it's not frustrating if I don't. I'm not like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I cry?
Mm,
I'm sticking with my answer. I think that's the right way to go. And if you don't want to join me, that's fine, but you're wrong.
fuck's sake. Okay, so next question. Mass level recognition now and then irrelevant as soon as you die, or no mass level recognition until you pass away, i.e., you have a legacy.
Is this based on my like aspirations now, or just in?
It could be in anything. It could be in your music. It could be just as an artist. It could be in anything that you like. Would you rather have that recognition, that fame, and everything, like literally, but like mass level, like
I think
Adele
if you,
level fame now, but then as soon as you die, you're completely irrelevant, or none at all in your life, but as soon as you die, it's like Van Gogh type shit, I think.
it's a good one. That did you make that one up yourself?
No, I wish.
Um, I think from my perspective, I'd rather have the recognition now, especially with like music and battle rapping, because when when I die, it wouldn't really matter in that kind of industry, I don't think. Whereas if I'd like made a change to the world and it only got recognized after I died, then I'm absolutely fine with that. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
So what you're saying is, if we're talking strictly about you as an artist, then you want the recognition now. But if it was because you did something for the betterment of the world in some way,
Yeah,
you're fine with it
it's
after.
like me battle rapping now for the next 10 years and no one giving a shit. Like, what's the point of me doing it kind of thing? I think in that kind of moment, you're not performing for recognition after you die. You're doing it for recognition now, and
Yeah.
you're doing it for your skill set to be appreciated in the now, not in 50 years time when I die. And they go, "Oh, do you remember Bizzo Bond? He was a good battle rapper." Him, but no one gave a fuck when he was whooping some ass in Brixton Jam. Do you know what I mean?
I get
Same
you.
with same with music. Like, I'd rather know that I was, if my music were to like reach out to anyone, like, well, it has already with certain songs, but if I was to, I'd get more. I'd feel better getting people telling me now that then my music's helped them or they resonate with the topics of my songs, as opposed to me dying and then everyone be like, "Oh, he was so amazing."
Mhm.
I don't. Like I said, if it was something to do with making the world a better place, then absolutely would not give a shit about recognition now. Because there's lots of people in the world that are like that. That's Steve Jobs is one, and he Steve Jobs is someone who no one really gave a shit about until he died.
That's not true.
Well, it, some people's lives are emphasized a lot more as to what they achieved and what they did after they pass away.
Yeah, but he got recognition while he was here.
Not as much as when he died.
Yeah, but he got some. This would be no recognition at all. This would be just your like friends and family know who you are. That's it.
Yeah, but if Steve Jobs didn't get any recognition now, if Steve Jobs didn't get any recognition when he was alive, I don't think he would have been that bothered. However, when he's passed away, everyone said like what a pioneer he was.
Hmm. I don't know what the right answer would be.
I don't think Stephen Hawking was ever out looking for
No.
recognition.
I think
But
Stephen
when
Hawking is a perfect example of. I mean, obviously he had mass recognition, but he would have been fine without it, kind of thing,
Yeah, exactly.
because of his
If he
contribution.
knew when he passed away, he like people would like realize his accomplishments throughout his life. I think he'd be more than happy about that.
Mm.
I do think it depends on the field of
Yeah, I think.
where you want to be appreciated or want the recognition or want the fame or whatever.
I think for me, probably because I'm not like an artist or anything. I'm not a musician. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. So maybe I think the second one would make more sense for me, because I
Yeah,
think that'd be cooler. Because I think that has more of an well, no, they both can have an impact depending on what it is. Let me not say that, but I think I'd much rather have like a legacy. Like once
Yeah.
I was gone.
As a person as well, like if it was just like remembering Linda or remembering Aaron, then I think that would be the answer as well,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't. Well, neither of us. Well, I don't think I'd want immediate recognition just for being like me and people hounding me in the street just for being a normal person.
Yeah, because this is like mass level recognition. This is like
Yeah, from
stupid famous.
an artist perspective, I
Yeah.
definitely think the immediate one is more beneficial to your life. Like obviously, you're investing a lot of time into your craft and stuff, and you want it to pay off in different ways. Like you want recognition, you want that star level, and you want like the financial benefit that comes with it, and being able to support your family for its next few generations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if you said to a musician you're not going to get any recognition now until you die, I don't think they'd make a song again.
That's true. I think, yeah, I think it does come down to what you do. Because like I would certainly want all of the money, but I would never actually want fame. So like I'd want all of the money that all these people have because they look like their lives are amazing. I'm sure they have problems and all that, but I'd want all of that wealth, but absolutely none of the recognition because that
Exactly.
looks like an absolute nightmare. So I think the only answer for me would be the second. But I get how it is industry dependent. It depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. Man, I don't know where I got that from. I need to figure it out. Okay, so next question, and I want you to think about this. Don't give me the silly answer. Think about it, Bizzo.
Oh, here we go.
Would you rather be the last person on Earth or the only man on Earth? Think first before you answer this. Okay, you can answer.
I mean, think of the bitches.
Oh my God.
No, I'm joking.
I
Right.
knew you'd say something stupid. I just knew. Just knew.
No,
Go on, what's your answer?
I don't know, because like, and this is gonna sound daft, but I love being on my own. Like I'm such a like I do everything on my own kind of thing. Like I go about my day as if there's no one else on the planet anyway. So I don't. It would be very lonely. It'd be a very lonely life.
Got to think of it like
Yeah, no, come
what's the
on,
film? I Am
because
Legend.
all I can think about is just the queuing up to reproduce with me.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
why I said you
God,
had to think about it like carefully because it sounds like a dream, but if you're the only man, it means you are the only source of semen. While that sounds like it would be a good time,
it'd be an exhausting time.
you have to try and repopulate, and God forbid you can't get it up one time. You might get killed, like through sheer frustration.
Is it if you were the last person on Earth? Is it I wake up tomorrow and I'm the last person on Earth as the world is now?
Sure, why not?
Oh, I don't know.
Think I Am Legend without the monsters.
You can't really say I Am Legend because he's literally living in an apocalyptic time.
Yeah, but if everyone disappeared off the face
Yeah,
of the
I
earth
know.
now, it would be apocalyptic.
I wouldn't be able to maintain it, would I? And
No, so it would be like that.
it would definitely be the last man on Earth. It would
Funnily
definitely
enough,
be.
I'm going to agree with you.
It has to be because
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I wouldn't be able to source my own food, and I'd have to like.
Oh, wait. You're going to be the last man on Earth. The only man on Earth.
No, the only man, the one with the bitches.
So you'd be the only man. I'm disagreeing with you then. Okay, go on.
No, because I suppose if I woke up tomorrow, I'd have. Oh, I wouldn't have the resources to do it because I was thinking, I could round up all the food, as much food as I could, and have like little checkpoints as to where they're stored. But the electricity will all go off, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a mess. That it is a mess. I'd have to hunt my own food.
You would.
I'd run out of petrol from the car. I'd have to walk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute no from me. I'd just have a flock of female women working for me
Female women. Mm-hmm. Sure.
as opposed to the male women.
Yep.
I'd have to employ a workforce of women that would like look after me.
Probably. And you might not have to have sex with all of them. You might just be able to, like, put your specimen in a cup or something. They can do the rest.
But I wouldn't be able to.
Good old turkey baster.
Would if I was reproducing, would I only be able to make female children?
No, I think you can reproduce both or multiple. No offense. I think you could. Yeah, I think the children isn't the issue.
I mean, everything's pointing to being the last man on Earth, isn't it? Really.
For you, yes, because for me it would be either the last person on Earth or the only woman on Earth. I'm absolutely going to choose last person on Earth. That sounds like hell, a hell that I don't want to be a part of. I would rather I've got some, again, zombie apocalypse. I've got some survival skills in my head already. I already kind of know what I would do if the world were to end. I know the types of food I would pick. Huh?
You're vegan, aren't you?
I'm vegan, so I don't have to hunt. I'll be fine. Like, I kind of already know what I'd do about petrol. I can't drive, so that will be interesting, but there'll be no one else in the way. So maybe I'd be an excellent driver.
Would it just be like all the cars on the roads are just there?
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah. And then I would just siphon petrol from every car as I go.
See, it's the electric thing for me. The electric would go off.
I mean, eventually that will fuck me up, and then the world would end because there's no electricity. But
I have watched a video about what would happen if humans weren't on Earth. And
what was it?
It doesn't take long for like wildlife to completely take over.
Yeah. But see, again, I'd still rather that. Like, I'd rather they take me out.
Trees would grow through the concrete and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just turned into a big jungle.
Still, absolutely would rather that and hope that I found a Baloo to look after me than be the only woman on Earth. My God, I'd die day one.
Yeah, I agree with your answer.
That doesn't even work for me. I think it's much easier for men to answer this question.
Absolutely.
All right. Next up, would you rather always have really bad gas or a really dry mouth?
Oh God, that's a. When you say really bad gas, do you mean like gas? It's just a constant, uncontrollable fart?
Just bad gas, burping, farting, the pain that comes with it.
Burping as well. Pain that comes with it?
Yeah, do you not get pain in your stomach if you're gassy?
No. You want to go and see your doctor.
No, it's not like pain, but it's like uncomfortable.
I get a lot of relief out of a good burp.
Yeah, so right before you burp, that feeling, you'd have that all the time because you'd constantly need a good burp.
I've got a friend who can't burp.
I have too. It's so weird. I made her drink 2 cans of Sprite and she wouldn't burp.
He farts all the time. And I'm like, mate, what is up with you? And he goes, I can't burp. I was like, all right. That's a plausible excuse. So maybe he's got really bad gas to avoid having a dry mouth.
Maybe he picked that.
Oh, dry mouth's disgusting, though.
I hate having a dry mouth so much.
I'd just constantly be drinking water.
And it will never get better.
And then I'd just
that feeling that you get, right, when you've been out the night before and you wake up in the morning.
Oh, do you know what, right?
You'd have that constantly.
The same guy who doesn't burp, ruined pizza for me from a takeaway because he said, when you have a pizza, when you wake up the next day, you'll have an incredibly dry mouth. And until that conversation, I never realised it, right? And now, if I ever eat pizza in the evening, next day, dry mouth. And he's ruined it for me in that retrospect. He's ruined it for the takeaway pizza.
Spoiler alert, it's the cheese.
Is it not the salt?
It could be the salt, but it's likely the cheese. Sorry, there is somebody playing something really loud right outside my flat. Hang on. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Yeah, it's. I've never experienced that with pizza, but I haven't eaten a real pizza in a long time, so I couldn't tell you.
It ruined everything. Oh, but in terms of the question, I don't. Oh, do you know? I'll be like farting in bed with women and everything, mama.
Say that again.
Burping in the face.
Oh.
Oh, that is such a horrendous predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine being told.
Okay,
like,
hang on. Does it make a difference if it's like, so if it was really bad gas and it was only burps or only farts? Does it make a difference if it's just one, or is it all bad?
how loud are the farts?
I mean, I don't know. If you have bad gas though, they'll probably stink more than anything.
Yeah, but I can get away with an SBD.
An SBD?
A silent but deadly.
Oh, Jesus.
Complain that whoever smelt it dealt it with that.
What, so you just go around blaming people? All right, so if it's only farts and they're not loud, will you go with that?
Whoever dropped it, shopped it. Oh, I said that the wrong way around. Whoever shopped it, dropped it.
Whoever what?
Whoever shopped it, dropped it.
What does that mean?
Whoever realised someone farted is the one who did it.
Why is that shopping? Oh, as in, oh my God. Okay, my bad, sorry. Go on, what's your answer?
If they weren't loud farts, I'd go for the gas. But if we're talking like walking down the street going...
Oh, that sounded wet. Ew.
Like someone had like popped me and I was exhaling from the arse.
Oh my God.
If it was just like a constant flow of that, like horrible.
Ew. Well, we don't need the sound effects. We really don't.
Did it sound realistic, that?
That sounded horrendous. That's never come out of me. That sounds horrible. That does not sound like a good time. So.
It's a real one.
Ew.
It wasn't. It wasn't a real one. Disclaimer.
Of course.
But I think I'd go for the gas as long as they weren't like, it wasn't like a loud, because the burping, I don't think I could choose burping all the time, because I think people that burp, I think in public and stuff, it really like grinds my gears.
Burping grind your gears?
Yeah, like people like go like in public. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. No. Fucking go and stand over there.
But burping's natural and it doesn't smell. Well, actually.
Some of them do. Some of them do.
All right, so you're going with the gas only if it's not loud and it's farts.
And it's, yeah.
But any other version of that, it would be the dry mouth?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think I'm gonna I'll take anything other than the dry mouth. I hate having a dry mouth so much. And worst part is I used to smoke cigarettes and I always had a dry mouth. And then ever since I quit smoking and I realized what not having a dry mouth was, I'm never going back to that ever again. That's horrible. Like I'm not, obviously it wasn't like dry as in like when I said the scenario about going out the night before and how you wake up. Obviously that's extra, but like it was always just not great. And I didn't notice that until after I quit smoking. And that's horrible.
I'd have to give up my my battle rapping as well, because I'd literally be taking drinking water every.
Oh God,
every 2 lines.
You wouldn't be able to rap.
I wouldn't. That would be the game over. I'd have to record it 1 bar at a time on songs as well.
Oh God, that'd be horrible. Right, penultimate question. Speaking of battle rap, would you rather go a year with what? Go a year with no.
These have been Googled, haven't we?
No, I pulled this from something else and I had worded it weird. Go a year with no eyelashes or a year with no eyebrows.
That's definitely for a woman.
No, it's for anyone. Do you know how weird people look without eyebrows?
Yeah,
Do you know how weird people look without eyelashes?
I've got lovely eyelashes.
Imagine you didn't have them for a year.
Honestly,
Have you really got
140.
nice eyelashes? You know what I'm going to be looking at
Yeah,
the next
everyone
time I
says
see you.
it. Well, not everyone. Like male friends don't say it. Like I don't go for a pint and all the lads go fucking.
Oh my God, your eyelashes. I could
Your
stare at
eyelashes,
them all
mate.
day.
I think I'd have to go with eyelashes.
What? You'd get rid of your eyelashes for a year?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
For a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'd look horrendous without eyebrows. I've got a big forehead, and it'd go even bigger.
Do you know what? I'd think I'd go a year without the eyebrows. Fuck it.
Yeah, some girls draw their eyebrows on.
Yeah, but obviously in this scenario you wouldn't draw them on. So I wouldn't be able to fill them in. I wouldn't be able to tint them. I wouldn't be able to do any of that. I would just have to go no eyebrows. And I think I'd rather that than no eyelashes. That means my eyes don't get any protection when I blink. Fuck that.
I don't know. I don't know anyone who hasn't got eyelashes, so I won't be able to comment on how it would look.
No, but do you know they're there for a reason. They're not just pretty. Like I feel like eyebrows are there for aesthetics because we'd look weird without them. But lashes actually help protect your eyes.
Eyebrows serve similar purpose, don't they, with regards to
what do
stuff
they
getting
do
into your eyes?
How?
Because if things hit your head, they go into your eyebrows and then that.
What? What did you just say? What?
I'm sure that's right.
That's not right.
We'll cut this bit out.
We're not cutting this out. I'm putting this out so that everyone can hear how ridiculous that was.
I'm sure that's why.
So things what? So that are they like padding? Things will bounce off your eyebrows then?
No, I'm not saying like the protective gear. But like,
so what do they do again?
They do. I'm sure they're there for some level of protection of the eye.
That sounds like absolute bollocks. But I'm going to Google it before I continue to make fun of you. Right now.
Hellfire.
Eyebrows purpose. Holy shit, you were right. Fuck. How though? They're so far away.
I'm just a fountain of knowledge.
Useless knowledge. So fucking hell, I can't believe you're right about that. According to Healthline, experts say that eyebrows have two main purposes: keeping moisture out of our eyes and communication. So physically, eyebrows are there to help keep our eyes clean and clear.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to show any expression without eyebrows as well, Linda.
No, but you just move the area. You don't need the actual brows. We're talking about the hair.
It won't go, oh, she's taking interest in the conversation because her forehead's gone up a bit. People don't do that. You need your eyebrows.
I think that'd be kind of funny though. I'm still going without eyebrows.
You'd be on a date and the guy'd have absolutely no fucking clue as to whether he's impressing you or not because
I don't give that away anyway. None of you impress me, is my whole vibe in general. My whole face anyway, with eyebrows or no eyebrows. I can't believe this is true. They move wetness from sweat and rain away from our eyes so we can maintain our
There we go. I knew it was something.
Fuck?
Tell you what.
I'm actually quite impressed by that. Well done, Bizzo. For knowing that. Jesus. Okay, so you're saying go without.
You just think God drew them on and thought they look all right then?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's possible. How do you know what God thought? God could have been like, they look a bit weird without them. Let's just draw a little.
All I know is God thought, let's give Bizzo a massive hammer. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Right, send him on his way.
Right, you know this is going on the internet.
Stick him in the crane basket. The stork basket, whatever it is.
The crane basket. This is going on the internet, Bizzo.
Cranes and storks are the same thing, aren't they? Are they not similar?
Oh God, don't make me. I'm googling it. Before I take the piss, let me Google it.
If you say you're right again, I'm just taking over the show and turning it into a.
If you're right again, I'm just going to move on and not even acknowledge it.
They are pretty similar birds. I'm sure they are.
I feel like they're not. But
you said that about eyebrows, so don't judge a book by its cover. You wouldn't be able to judge it if you didn't have eyebrows. Because I won't be able to know.
I still have words, Bizzo, you know, I can still just judge things with my words. I feel like they're different, but there's something that's similar.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's not what you said, so shut up.
It is. I did say they're pretty similar. I just used the wrong bird to deliver me.
Storks
If I was
prefer.
delivered by a crane, then who knows where I'd be right now? I could be with a completely different family.
Right, we're moving on. So you're gonna get rid of your eyelashes. I'm gonna get rid of my eyebrows. Final question. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
What would that mean that I'd have to fall in love with an enemy?
Well, it is a rom-com, so you know, you're gonna have the, oh, we hate each other, but now we love each other.
So basically a toxic relationship.
Yes, but with an enemy just for extra shits and giggles.
I'd have to go with rom-com because I hate horror films.
You hate horror films, all of them.
Yeah, I can't stand any of them.
Oh, wow.
It's just not for me.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be in any situation with just enemies,
The
but I
thing is,
think it depends on the horror.
If you're in a horror film, it's just panic and being scared all the time, or being wary of something that's going to happen. And I don't think I could live like that. And in a rom-com, depending on the plot of the story, you could pretty much avoid the majority of your enemies, unless you're like going to work with them every day.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I think
I could put up with anyone on a regular day. So
that's because you don't really like people in general, though. So you're literally doing that anyway.
Oh yeah, so rom-com all day, baby. Get some toxic relationship going as well, back and forth and arguing, and yeah, bit of excitement. Trying to ruin my life. Love it. Love that. Love my life being ruined by a female. One of the boxes that get ticked immediately. Will you ruin my life? Yes. Tick. Let's go out to dinner.
Okay. I think it would depend on the movie for me. If it would like the type of horror movie. So if it was like no, because everyone always dies.
Every horror film
dies.
Every horror film contains horror. A rom-com doesn't contain anything bad, other than like in
bad jokes.
Yeah, and like a bit of embarrassment here and there. But I mean,
yeah, no, it's rom-com. It is rom-com. Horror doesn't make sense because I was trying to think like if it wasn't anything paranormal, I'd actually be fine. Like I don't like anything to do with like spirits and anything religious. I cannot deal with. But if it's like gory, that's fine. But if I'm in the movie and it's me and my friends in the movie and it's gory, that means we're dying. So I don't want that. So yeah, it is rom-com. That's the only answer.
This is coming from the lady who wants to live in a zombie apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen.
It's different.
No,
I didn't say I want to live in a zombie
with your friends
apocalypse.
in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and me and my
friends
will protect each other.
It might be a meteorite of love that hits the earth, and we might all fall for each other. It might be one big love potion. That could be my film. You're getting chased around by zombies all the time with all your mates. But
they could be love zombies.
You don't like that, do you?
They could be love zombies. Have you not seen that one with the guy from About a Boy?
You're thinking of the wrong type of brains, you.
All right, fine. Rom-com.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Is that it?
That's it. We're done.
I was enjoying that.
We're in the. Do you have one off the top of your head? You wanna ask? That's not rude.
No.
Then we'll move on to the final segment of the show. So we are now at the final segment of the show, and this segment is called Mahakama, which is a Swahili word that means court, specifically high court. And this is the segment of the show, Bizzo, that I created so that I could basically judge things and people. So I don't know if you know this about me. I'm sure you're going to say, oh my God, no way. But I can be really judgmental.
You're joking. Stop the press.
I'm trying to be less judgmental, trying to show a bit more grace because I'm trying to put out what I would like to receive, and I don't like when people judge me. So, I
How many
created
episodes have you
this.
done of this?
This is number 30, I think.
A few more.
Yeah, 30. So I've created Shark. So I've created this space so that I can get all of my judging out here, and then I'm fine until the next episode. That's in theory.
Right.
So today's Mahakama is inspired. Well, it's taken completely from, not just inspired. It's appropriated from Twitter. Have you seen? Because you spend quite a bit of time on Twitter, probably not as much as me, but have you seen the meme about the hungry wedding photographer?
I feel like I've scrolled past it. It rings a bell.
Okay.
However,
So the main premise is there was this wedding photographer who didn't get given a plate, like they didn't have food given to them as part of the day, and he got really pissed off and deleted all the pictures and left.
You're joking?
Not kidding.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding. He he was really pissed off, deleted everything that he'd taken for the hours that he'd already been there because they didn't have a plate for him at the ceremony.
That's embarrassing.
Or is it the ceremony? Which one's the one at the church and which one's the one after?
The ceremony.
Is that the one after the ceremony? No, that's the one in the church.
The ceremony is when you actually get married.
What's the thing after? The party?
Breakfast. Wedding breakfast.
That, yes, they didn't have food for him. Wow, I actually used to do a wedding competition. I can't believe I didn't know that.
That's really bad.
I know. So he deleted it and he left.
I don't know any wedding photographers who get food as part of the day. You certainly don't get a place at a table if you're a wedding photographer. You're walking around taking pictures of everyone while they're like enjoying themselves and eating. It's the wedding breakfast is the speeches and stuff. That's like the main part. That's the main reason why you're there with your camera. What a knob. Who is that? Put me in touch with him. I'll send him a tweet.
All right, well, I think I already know. I don't know him, so I can't do that. But I think I already know what your answer is about to be. So in this segment, what we do is we say mercy or no mercy
for this guy,
for the person's actions. So for the hungry wedding photographer,
absolute
mercy
helmet.
or no mercy.
Absolute helmet. Should never work again. What a knob.
Is that a no mercy?
I'd be absolutely fuming. I'm fuming now and I don't even know the couple. What kind of self-entitled pillock turns up to a wedding thinking that he's getting a fucking roast beef dinner sat next to the bride's auntie? But that's not even a thing. I don't even know. I've never been to a wedding and gone, oh, making my way around the table. Oh, hiya, I'm cousin of the bride. Oh, hiya, I'm the. We used to work together for 2 years. Yeah, I'm the wedding photographer. I've just been here all day taking photos, and I'm just sitting down for some dinner now, and I'll get back up and crack on in a bit. What? Get up! It's taking pictures of people enjoying themselves. It's what you're here for. It's why I pay you thousands of pounds a day. Absolutely no mercy. Should be sent to the electric chair. Wow,
really? It's not okay. Chill out.
I'm getting frustrated with him. Was it? Oh, that's so annoying. So honestly, I'd be fucking fuming if that was my wedding. Where's the pictures? Well, you didn't give me any food. What? You're not a fucking dog. What are you on about? Didn't realise we had to sustain you as well. Fucking hellfire.
Well, I would say I'm glad you got that off your chest. I didn't realise you'd be this passionate about it.
Absolutely no mercy.
Yeah, I'd agree. No mercy. That is horrible. Like,
that's the worst
you're right.
thing
I've never been to a wedding and then like the photographer's just sitting down chilling.
No, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
And surely, when you're saying, "Oh, I'll be a photographer for the day," can I just ask as well, like you put some food aside for me, or you make a plate up for me, or something? I mean, you wouldn't even do that, would you? You wouldn't even. I'd feel bad asking that.
Especially, yeah, because you're getting paid.
Oh, is it your big day?
Bring a sandwich.
Pounds? Are you paying thousands of pounds? Oh, it's £40 a head, is it? Oh, £40 a head to feed everyone and get everyone drinking a glass of prosecco with the toast as well. Yeah. Just do an extra one for the photographer as well, will you? God.
Yeah, I feel like if you're getting a few grand for the job, which is what they charge, bring a sandwich or something.
Absolutely, bring your own dinner. Bring it in a dinner box.
Lunch in a lunch box.
in a dinner box.
Lunch. Okay, because I cut that bit out of the beginning because it's not in the episode. We were having this argument because, as you can tell from his ridiculous accent, he is northern, and he believes that lunch is actually called dinner and dinner is called tea, even though tea is very much a drink.
It goes
And
breakfast, dinner,
lunch goes in a
tea.
lunch box and not a dinner box. It is a lunch box. It's not a dinner box.
Yeah, but that's because whoever invented the lunchbox, Sir Liam Lunch,
Sir Liam Lunch.
he was not from the north, so he was misinformed,
Hmm.
and he got there first before Brian Dinner made one.
Brian Dinner. He's not a sir. He didn't get knighted.
Well, he didn't because he was second into Dragon's Den with the idea. So obviously that's not going to get painted, is it?
So how come we call what you lot call tea? How come we call that dinner? What did Brian Dinner invent that one first and then change his mind, or what happened?
No, no. Right, here we go. It's brekkie, dinner, and tea. Right, Liam Lunch is irrelevant to this. He didn't do it. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to really mix things up." He's just made the lunchbox based off his name, not based off the times of day when you eat a meal.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
on a Sunday, what do you have for your evening meal?
My evening meal?
Yeah, what on a
Dinner.
Sunday? A traditional.
A roast dinner.
It's a Sunday lunch.
I can have them at any time of the day. I'm not asked about whether I have it at lunch or dinner. So it depends on when I eat it. If I have a roast dinner at lunch, I'll have
you call it a Sunday
roast
lunch.
I call it a Sunday lunch or a roast dinner.
It's a Sunday dinner.
I've never called it a Sunday dinner in my life. I've either called it a Sunday lunch or a roast dinner.
You traditionally eat a Sunday dinner earlier than you would eat your normal tea. Especially in my household.
I don't eat tea, I drink tea.
Especially in my household, I have my tea at 6 p.m, but on a Sunday dinner, I have it about 4. So technically lunchtime.
4 o'clock is not lunchtime because you had lunch before that.
I didn't I saved myself for my Sunday dinner.
Did you just have like a brunch then?
No, I just had a brekkie of a couple of.
So what do you call brunch then? Do you call that Brinner?
I've never been for brunch in my life, so it's irrelevant.
You never ate brunch in your life?
But that again, that wasn't invented up north, so brunch was not invented up north.
I actually hate the way you say that.
What?
That sounds horrible. Brunch. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, you call it branch.
It's not branch. That's an A. It's brunch because it's a U.
Tree branch.
That's a branch.
Yeah, but if you say
I said brunch.
If you say brunch and branch, it sounds exactly the same.
No, you're saying brunch.
Brunch.
Anyway, with that being said, I hate your accent, but thank you so much for doing the show.
Thanks for listening to it for an hour and a
half. Okay, so we are at the end of the show. Is there anything that you would like to promote to the listeners?
Yeah, if you're into rap battles, come and watch me at an event. My next one is the 5th of December. It's for the UK title for Premier Battles against Unanimous, who's arguably one of the best in the UK. I have music on all streaming platforms: YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. Just search for Bizzo Bond. Yeah, that's about all I'm doing at the moment.
Cool. Well, the ticket link to that event in London, All the Smoke, will be in the description. As will, do you have like a link tree or something that will take everyone to all of your? Great. I will put that in the description as well.
You can follow me on the socials, Twitter and Instagram at Bizzo Bond.
Nice.
If you want to, if you agree with all of my answers and disagree with all of Linda's. And if you want to tweet me this fucking wedding photographer, feel free. Because that guy's pissed me right off.
Oh, I'm sorry to end on a bad note. We're having such a good time.
That was when you were calling dinner lunch. But
I only call lunch. I call dinner, and I drink tea because it's a drink. If you like this episode, share with a friend and go check out other episodes. Please also do me a favor, stop what you're doing, go onto iTunes and give me a 5 stars, please. Thank you so much. And it will help us reach more listeners. Check out my Twitter at Linda is Shapoopy. Follow Podamercy and stuff. and all that good stuff. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.